get like about 7,500. If you're lucky as an average, right? Now, that is not saying that if you get into several companies, they will start you at 10,000. But that only need like 2 to 3 of you. Only 2 to 3 of you. Back then, at $9,000, I was like, well, I did better than my peers. Because my benchmark was my peers. Because my vision was very narrow. But boy, I getting better than, you know, my brethren is so I could. I'm doing good. Because I'm feeling good in my own little bubble. So from here, I spent 5 years here. But while spending 5 years here, I said, you know what? I developed enough skills to go to open a small business. Consultancy. I'm feeling good. Because now, I'm getting a salary. So I have a salary. The salary back then would have moved up to about, well, I was lucky. I was lucky. Alright? 27,000 after 5 years. And now, the consultancy would have bring in like, how consultancy work is that you can get 100,000 to get 50,000 depends on the job. Right? So let me just say 5,000. One, sorry. Yeah, this is one. Yeah. Jamaicans are at the front here. And there's not Jamaican dollars to this thing. See, that's the conversion. Right? Monthly. Right? So, after 5 years, so I think I would have graduated at 23. So, oh, shoot. Sorry. This is about 3 years. Yeah. Because energy sector moved. Alright? After 3 years, 23, 24, 25. Let me say 40.
No, guys, this is good money, yeah? But the lifestyle catches something didn't come.
You're right. So that is true. So let me just say between 5,000 to 20,000 a month. Alright? I feel it around it. I see paper. I was the fellow. Every Friday, like with me, I buy the tables on it. I pass it around and everything. Are we going to get into that profile when I go do project finance with you after we finish the material section with Dr. Mahara? I'm going to talk to you about the project economics and personal view to how managing cash flow. That is why it's so important that Roger had this conversation. Right? And that is why I don't want to watch the $1,000 at the show to come and do training, which after that now, you get the rest of training free or you for the rest of your life. I do it in 2017. Right? And he always said, hey, you can come and set up a class free, you know. It's like one course going through for the rest of your life. Right? So here, I think that, you know what? I take it more than the senior engineers. In fact, at that time, because I was lucky, I become assistant project manager, right? And then you kind to flip, assistant manager of projects. So you need to only have one manager above you. At 28, 5 years, I was chief engineer. But this 50,000 was 36,000 salary plus 8,000 people plus about 3,000 housing. 47 plus 1.5 cell phone. Right, 1,500. 1.5 something, yeah, because you're people, right? They own your time, and this is I'm going to get a plus 1.5 special.
You also tell you when to eat lunch and they have a lot.
never saw daylight.
Never saw what?
Daylight. And that phase of my life, you're leaving home night before dusk, and you're reaching home in night. So you had to work for that money, right? So when you do look at the comparison in power, it sounds big initially, but it was very demanding. I was working as a laborer. I never see Saturdays and Sundays. How do you enjoy your money? By what? By buying a fancy watch, by buying a fancy car. You know?
But I'm sure the share.
Drinking.
I'm sure
I
the
said
share.
that was.
I'm sure the share was the company after the time.
Again, it's relative when you watch it. So now I want you to listen because you see, while Roger talking about everything, what was the takeaway? Hey, even though he said that reading is the least at 10%, you still have to go through so many fundamentals. The books is very important. The good thing for him now, all this thing he's talking about here, I'll just send one link that you just have to go through online. What I'm trying to say is that it took me about 10 years to move across here. To do business because I was thinking that later, I still even, I have all this in my head, and yet I cannot enjoy it. Right? If I had the knowledge I had when I was, if I met him when I was in audience, sitting here, I might be here, or I might just be here still, I don't know. Right? I don't know. But at this point here though, when it's at the focus on salary, what was the other important part he was talking about? Health. If you don't have time and you put in all the time in somebody else's business, what's going on with you? Secondly, what's going on with family? Because they're spending time here. Right? KFC right through. You understand? You angry all the time because so much of stress you're putting up with. Everything going to hell. I don't know, so you treat it before I was going to get divorced. And he peaked. And at that time, I was making about 100,000 because I still had a business. I still have this here. No time for family. And outside there, it always has somebody more. It always has someone more. So it always has someone more. No, to the tree, I now look here, but back then only 7 years ago. You understand? I'm giving you this because of personal experience. I want to bring it home in a way because it has certain concepts that you just don't let it just fly over your head, right? That while you're doing engineering is a core, exactly, but there are other elements you have to do. Money management is something that you have to understand. It took me 10 years to understand it because I here now, that's when I started to say, wait now. I'm a consultant. I'm getting projects for people. I literally tendering, doing the full tender document, getting a $10 million project, getting a $20 million project, getting a $100 million project. And sometime after that now, these people, they just fire you. Or they give you 1%, or they just pay you $10,000 or $20,000 for 1 year. They make $20 million. If I do get 10,000 or 50,000 by 12 months or so much, 150,000, 180, out of that 20 million, at 5% commission, minimum $1 million. But what they train you in engineering here and ethics, and they have to be so cautious. Remember I mentioned in the first year. On this side of the equation, which is the engineer, if you ask for a percentage, it's corruption. But if you ask for a percentage on the real estate side, it is commission. One is accepted, one is frowned upon and jailed. And you have to be so careful. And that is why your profession, and as a profession, and I'm going to be going through this whole ethical thing that we understand very clearly. Right? There's a certain line of conflict that we call it conflict of interest. That we will go through to show that, hey, you don't come out like others outside there, where you see you paying, making money, and they say that I'm man. And the first thing they will say. Right? Remember, everybody come from a different background. So here, at this stage here now, between 10 and 13 years, it took me. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to start building my own buildings. I have all the skill, I'm making money. Now, this is something big, but I'm going to show you in a lecture that how much I really bring in from this money. Roger, can I give it away just over there? Right? Not just that. Because when your salary gets bigger, everything gets bigger. From your ego starting to get bigger, your expenditure trying to get bigger, your comparisons trying to get bigger. Everything gets like literally I was talking to this one here yesterday, I wanted a apartment, I wanted yeah. I went in, my birthday was January. It was Monday, right? But no, actually finish it. I reached inside the Porsche Capricorn. Good people. I went inside the Porsche dealership. $1.4 million is the cheapest. Right? I say, you know what? I'll pull out my card. I say 1.4 million, they offer you 96 months on a vehicle now, which is like 8 years, right? 5% interest, so the case, we're gonna put it out, it comes to 50,000, right? I'm like, okay, I must do it. But then after, I get to realize that, hey, you know what? If it's supposed to be 1.4 million, I double this thing to 2.8. I can buy a building. And make that same amount of money, 15 to 20,000 more, that can finance this car. So I'll hold back at it. Understand? It's not to say that I can't buy it. I can buy it through the company for tax write-off, and we'll talk about that and focus more about that financial side in construction, accounting and finance in master's class. Right? But anyway, so we're going to see practically from a business side where I say, you know what? I'm going to spend my own money. I have this skill. I want to build. And all they're going to get is skill, especially using civil engineering, to build. To the investor side we'll be talking about. That nothing's stopping you all right now from opening investment account. You can start with a little as $100. And we're going to talk about this side further. Right? But I'll continue with these stories to tell you how I look inside here. Right? Because I have about 4 or 5 buildings. I can easily do this. Right? I mean, it's like easy salary. If you're watching salary. You know? So sometimes I just want, this is just giving back. So I want you to take the lessons because Roger reaches some important points here now. You went around the dance. Right? This is what changed my mindset. And I wanted to bring up this Cashflow quarter because I started listening to Roger Kiyosaki. Right? Robert Kiyosaki? Robert Kiyosaki. Yeah, Kiyosaki. I say Kiyosaki, but the first Kiyosaki, right? Sometimes you go through certain moments in life. And the good thing is that when you have university, you should might take the tips. And you just take it at 10 minutes. At 10 minutes of the rich dad corner scenario. And it just motivates you again and motivates you again. So while we're listening to Roger, I want you to just take away the key concept. So in summary, the key concept, there you go. Reading is important. You must get certain books. Secondly, you could be doing something while pursuing your engineering degree. Right? You can have both sides. Literally, you could walk across by his compound. It's like, after spec, it have a couple of buildings, he only by the road corner right there. And if for the car, we call it $1,000, we put a payment plan with it. Roger, I have $200 here, I have 300, and let him say yes or no. Because it will become on a need basis. Right? I have a 500, whatever is the case. Get the knowledge. Because a lot of people think it is easy just to go and jump into it and do it. No. But if you're able to bridge the gap, that 10 to 15 years gap is the learning curve that I would have had to go through. Then after, at 50 years, I can safely say everybody, give quality advice, everybody will be a millionaire. Then what is a millionaire? Guys, it's like, right? What really is a millionaire? Because you're getting about the billionaires, but you're not getting about the people right underneath who's a 500, 600 millionaire. Alright, you're not getting about that, but those are the people who do the right. But it doesn't stop, you know? One of the things I've realized is that the more I give, the more I get. Me giving knowledge, I actually get back a lot in return. I have a lot of students, some hate my guts, I don't care. And some love me, I care. I will look out for those. It's that simple. In my life, if you're against me, you're against me. You're bad. If you're for me, I care. I will look out. And vice versa. My students will come and say, hey, sir, I want to do so. Alright, great. You understand? So, what I have to show, relationship is very important. You don't have to like someone to respect them. It's different. So, I'm going to hand over to Roger, but I just want to know, just to take away now the key concepts. Hey, you talk about reading, you talk about health, right? How am I going to refrain my mind from those things right now? Some important books say that, you know what? Before exams, pick up. You can cover half of these books. And you're going to open up your Google to a different side of it. So, this is important, by the way. One last set to the truth. The sad thing about it is that salaries do not keep up with expectations and expenses. It don't. Right? That $50,000 is like temporary. Government change again bus route. A boss will like it, bus route. No matter how much education you have. Now, if I tell you one thing they could do, why they can bus it through, they can't take away your education. So it's important to get your education. They have different ways of getting the education. And education don't stop. You get a degree, alright. Good for you. But it will stop. It will stop. Have different forms of education. Don't keep your mind in a bubble. Do not put yourself in comparison with your peers because yes, you know what my peers was making home? Probably seen it in me 5 years ago. Sad. If you don't look for a supplemental source of income, active, it could be passive, it could be whatever, supplemental source of income. But what's illegal actually? So, I Roger.